Welcome to today. I'm in my backyard again. You can hear Sammy. There she is. There she is. My backyard has become one of my favorite places to be during this quarantine time. You know, working on it and improving it. And as we begin planting more vegetables and fruit trees and stuff, I've been thinking more and more about climate. You know, we hear these words weather and climate, and I think sometimes we use them interchangeably, but they really do have their own definition. Weather is what the conditions of the wind, the sun, the rain, or the temperature are today, whereas climate is what that pattern of weather is over a long period of time, 10, 20, 30 years at a time. And so when we talk about climate change and whatnot, sometimes we look at weather and we call it that it's freaky weather, and then we say that the climate has changed. But in order for us to really know that, we need to study that pattern of weather over a very long time. But this video isn't, and this concept isn't about climate change. Instead, I want to take this idea of climate and I want to drill in and introduce a new concept to you. Concept number 11 is the idea of microclimates. A microclimate is similar to a climate in that it looks at a pattern of conditions, but instead of looking at a large area, we're looking at a smaller area that is distinct or different from the area around it. Now, this area might be as small as a 2-foot square part of your backyard to as big as a huge desert between mountains. What matters is it distinct? Does it have different conditions from the area around it? So I'm here in my backyard, and if I'm out here, okay, I'm in between houses. The wind comes from this direction in between these houses, this direction often. And so if I'm over here, then I'm out of the wind often. But if I'm over here, then I'm kind of in the wind. The climate is different. And if I am over here, take a look here, you see I have this apple tree and it produces shade. And so here and all throughout this raised bed garden that we've been building, I just love showing you guys what we're doing. You see that it's mostly shaded. So if me as somebody that wants to grow food and be able to come out and eat my veg, I'm gonna grow things here that like a slightly cooler climate. For example, salad greens and that kind of thing, right? Whereas if I'm out here in the full sun, I'm gonna grow other kind of things that like full sun, that like that strong heat, etc., etc. I've put some soaker hoses, not drip irrigation, soaker hoses here, and they run all the way down and back and then around this corner, right? Well, soaker hoses are really supposed to be on a level plane, but they go uphill a little bit. And when they go uphill a little bit, at the place where it starts going uphill, a lot more water comes out. So what's happened is, in this area, it gets a lot more water than that area up there. And so a lot of the water ends up right here. So now I've got a shaded area because of the tree that has more water than other parts. That's a microclimate. The temperature is going to be cooler, it's wetter, so on and so forth. So for your lab, after you've done the reading, and make sure you do the readings, they're important. Do the reading response, watch the videos, but then go outside and do a lab. What I'm asking you to do is take a look around your yard or your property. I like getting you outside, and I want you to find a microclimate. Maybe identify a couple different ones and then decide which one you want to do. And I want you to either create a sketch, take a photo, or do a video. If you're going to do a sketch, just sit there and with your notepad and your color pencils, whatever, and draw out your microclimate as accurately as you can. If you take a photo, you can do it digitally, like on Canva or Google Slides, or you could do what I'm doing and grab a camera and do a video. But what I want you to do is I want you to find your microclimate and then describe how that microclimate is different than other parts of your property. Okay, so just like I've talked about the heat over here or the sun over here, but the shade over there. And so remember, what are the different parts of weather and climate, precipitation or rain, snow, sleet, hail, that kind of thing, wind, sunshine, that kind of thing. And you're gonna see more in the videos. And then make sure that you're giving good descriptors and good explanation. I look forward to seeing your work.